Mano, my brother, welcome to the podcast, man.
How are you, bro? How are you?
Good, man. It's been a long
Um,
time coming. I've been trying to get you on for what, like 5 months now?
yeah, it's been a while. I don't know what happened. Sometimes our agenda is a little bit because your time area is a little bit different than mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
good. We finally got it sorted. We'll start off with something pretty simple then.
yeah.
It's a question I've actually been thinking a lot about lately, and it's a pretty simple question. Why does privacy matter?
Well, privacy matters because normally we are people. We have our own personality and stuff like that. And we need privacy to develop that. And if there is no privacy, if there is a government that is telling us how we should react on things, how we should live, how what we should do, and without privacy, with privacy, they can say whatever they want. They can say, you have to do this, you have to do this, but on the end, if there is privacy, we don't care. Nobody cares. Because on the end, you're developing on your own, in your own life, in your own home, in your own house. But when there's no privacy, there's a big problem because then they can what they say what we have to do, they can check it. Then if there's no privacy, and this is not only on personal matters, on developing our personalities, also, yeah, with money, of course, and things like this. If there's no privacy, on the end, we are just robots in serving them, serving one government or whatever. We serving big tech, whatever they say, we must do. And without privacy, yeah, we have no choice. That's very important to understand. People don't care about privacy. They don't, because they don't value it on the right level. They don't value privacy on the right level. And I think this is a big mistake, for not for only for us, but for all humanity. If you see where we're going right now, if there is no privacy and the rules they are implementing every day, every single day, I think it's a big problem. Yeah, man.
So when you say they, who are you talking about? What sort of forces in the world are you referring to?
Yeah, for me, I don't believe in what do you say, like governments and stuff like this. I think there is just a shadow government. People say, "Yeah, you're crazy," and this. I don't care about that. I say what I think. For me, the governments we see in the world, around the world, they are working how do you say it? Not anonymous, but they work on their own. But there is also a bigger government above them. And when you see them, sometimes you see them like when COVID is coming, or when they have a big agenda with climate. Then you see the power they have, or when there is a new money system coming in. Then you see, because all countries, they're always they don't agree with each other. But when there is a big agenda, you see they all agree to each other. It doesn't matter in what country you are; it's all everywhere the same. It was with COVID. It was with now you will see it with the CBDC. You will see it also with the climate change. You will see it with social credit system, with the new passports that are coming. You will see the power of the dark governments. And normally you don't feel them very well, because you live your own life in your own country, and the politicians there, they have some power, they make rules. But when the other one, the bigger government is coming, I call them globalists. When the globalists are coming in, these governments, they don't have nothing to say. They must do whatever they say, and they must implement it. And then the dark government goes on the background, and everybody lives their life again. So on a certain point, countries have their own saying in their own country. But whenever they say something, every government in the world have to do this. And we saw this with COVID. We saw this with the CBDCs are coming, and you will see it also with the climate change that is coming, because we think COVID was bad. People don't understand climate. That is the real enemy. That what they will do, they can shove everything on climate. And yeah, we are fucked. We are fucked with the plans they have. This is it's no joke, man. Yeah.
So talk about the globalists and sort of their technocratic agendas. So CBDCs, digital IDs, social credit scores, or even like, in the form of carbon credit scores. We see Visa coming out with like their voluntary carbon score
Yeah.
on their credit card, so it blocks you off. So
Yeah.
how are they going to implement it? What are they going to implement?
Well, you see, when people talk about the CBDC and say, yeah, the CBDC is bad and this and this, they don't understand that a CBDC cannot work without a social credit system. These two are these two are together. The CBDC don't work without a social credit system. So what they need to do is they need to shut off every single out exit from CBDC. They have to do it right now, and we see it already. What do we see? Like in Holland, what do we see? We see that farmers, yeah, they get kicked out. Yeah, they get kicked out, and people think, yeah, this is ridiculous, but they don't understand why. Why are they doing this? They're doing this because they need to control the complete supply chain, the food supply chain. Because if we go to the supermarket, take our food, yeah, and we have CBDCs, they want to decide what we eat. And then if there is a farmer that making his own food, yeah, it's not possible. Then the CBDC would not work, because then we can just go there. Then we say to them, hey, fuck you. I go take my food there, man. Take care with your CBDC or whatever you implementing for rules in the supermarket. I go there. So what we see now, what they are doing is they close everything. They are closing the spider web. They close it around us, and people think, yeah, it's about they give us all different individual events, like a farmer, like a protest, like that, and people are focused on these little things. But you need to zoom out. You need to zoom out to understand what is really going on. You need to really zoom out. You need to think, as I always say, like, think as a globalist, think from above, and then you see the big picture. Then you understand that, okay, they have this CBDC. Then how this can never work. And on this moment, it could never work because there's cash. We can exit it. They can have a CBDC and then a social credit system implemented, but if there is cash, you can escape it. So so it's normal. People think, yeah, they are not going to ban cash. My friend, they will ban cash 100%. And you know what will happen? If they keep cash, they will keep it like, how do you say it? Like notes that you can do only one thing with. Like already existed. It was also in World War II. They had it. You can only buy gas with one note. This is the only thing how they could keep it. A banknote that could only do one thing. But cash, like freedom, that you can go to every shop. This is finished. This is finished, and we see it already right now. They have to remove it. You will see they will remove it. Even they talk in Switzerland. You see, yeah, they have an how do you say? The people can vote for to keep cash into the law. You see it, and the government is working with it. Yeah, we will have it. They will do this. They will probably put it in the law, but people don't understand that the cash itself, they can change it as well. As I said, they can change it into the things that you can do only one thing with it. You can buy only with this note. You can only buy one sort of thing. So then they can say, yeah, we keep cash. It's on the law, so we keep it. But people don't understand. They think, yeah, okay, then cash stays. No, cash will be gone because their system, their CBDC, will not work without it. They must now, this is what I say again, they close now every exit. They're going to close every exit. So they have to put the control supply chain completely under their power. That's what they're doing now. No more farmers that can grow their own food. You will see that they take down the seeds. The seeds from the how you grow the plants, the food. They will take it out of the control, out of the stores, every single thing, and they will be the suppliers. If you look at the web, what did they do? They created 100 million farmers club. You can see it. Look it up on Google. They created 100 million farmer club, and the only farmers in the world that can make food are the farmers that are in their club. So, and this club decide what they will make. So to perfectly control the complete supply chain, and this farmers will supply the supermarkets. But the supermarkets itself, they will change. You will see they will change. If you see in Holland, they say cows are a danger for the environment. They are crazy. They are crazy. But people don't understand. They think, yeah, these people are nuts. They are not nuts. They are not crazy. They know exactly till in the point what they are doing, and they planned it like maybe 50 years ago. But these people go back ages. They go back ages. This is not something that is happening in one life. This is an agenda that is maybe more than 1,000 years. If you if you really go back, you can go back to the Templars. You know the Templars from the Middle Ages, who created the banking system. If you look very closely, you can see that it go back all the way to them. And they have a big agenda. And people think they think very individual. How do you say it? Individual. They think individual. They think, yeah, but they cannot do this in one lifetime. No, they do that. They have an agenda that goes on multiple lives. They don't care about one lifetime. It's like a family business. You know, the owner, he gives it back to his son. He gives it to his son. He gives it to his. This is the same. These people are the same. They give their agenda to the next generation, to the next gen. That's why they're so sophisticated, you know. That's why they're very smart. They're very smart people. We must not underestimate these people. They're very extremely smart, you know. And you see it work. What they are doing now, they don't care what protest. Protest is bullshit. It doesn't work. They want you to protest. Why? Because they can implement even more rules. Then they put the cameras on it. They will look for the violent guy. They will bring it big on the news and bring new laws that suits them. You know, it's a trap. It's incredible. These people are incredible. You know, on some point you can say, yeah, they are. You know, you can have a respect for them, but I don't respect them because they're doing very bad things to people. But with their power, you could do very good things, but they do the opposite of it. You know, they're very bad people. You know, so that's why I completely not respect them. But on the planning they have and the agenda and you know what they're doing. It's no joke, man. You know, it's crazy. It's really crazy. And people, when I talk about this, it goes too far for people, you know. It goes too far. But also in the Matrix, Matrix, the movie, The Matrix, they said it. You have to let it go. You all have to let it go. Fear, doubt, everything. You have to. The movie itself, the movie Matrix is not a movie. It's like Keanu Reeves said. It's a documentary. You know, it's not a movie. Like you know, and it's really that. If you look, don't look at the bullshit. You know, don't look at the bullshit. But in the movie The Matrix, they explain themselves extremely well. If you understand what they're saying, don't look at the flying guy and the guy go to walls. Don't look at that. Just listen to the message. See the message they give you. You know, they're crazy. They are crazy. They just tell us who they are in this movie. You know, it's not. Yeah, yeah, bro.
Man, it's certainly like a big game of 4D chess. Like you got all these global players from the BIS to the WEF to people below them, governments. As you say, you know, these aristocrats, these hereditary aristocracies. Yeah. Bro. What did you find Monero first, or did you learn about this first per se? Like, how did you find out about Monero? I suppose what got you into it?
No, it was actually I was in Bitcoin, bro, and actually the thought of Bitcoin went a little bit fucked up, you know. It's more fucked up. And I already knew Monero on the start, you know. I already knew it. I had it like in the beginning. I had it directly, but the more because there were not a lot of coins back then, you know. And the first start back in the days was like the Monero thought, you know. The Bitcoin thought in the beginning was exactly what the Monero thought is right now, you know. And in the beginning, you know, there was Bitcoin, and then you had some other coins, you know. Yeah, I don't. What was it? I think Litecoin was Dogecoin. There. Yeah, coins like that were there. Yeah. And in the beginning, you know, it was like you just Bitcoin. Everybody was in Bitcoin and loved the thought behind it, you know, and loved it and stuff like that. But when the time went, greed came in. Greed is very dangerous, bro. Greed is it's extremely dangerous. And I saw it with my own eyes. I saw with my own eyes what happened. You know, when greed comes, when people start trading, and it was not in 2014 with MT because then it was small. 2017 was actually the point that the complete crypto market changes from having our own money system, into greed. It was there was the switch. 2016, 2017, you know, there became the switch from the real thought to greed. So Bitcoin became a greed, something that is make you money, make you rich. And from there, it was destroyed and only went down, and you have now Blockstream that is controlling it's one shithole. It's a big shithole now. If people would understand, if they could look under the hood, under the car, under the hood, and look at Bitcoin, what it is and what it's supposed to be, I can't. Sometimes I look at, I can't believe it. How did we get here? It was nuts, because I remember it was scared. Everybody was, we had the forums, we talked with each other. You had the dark web, you had it was so scared. And now I see these banksters in it. I see the governments talking about it, making rules for it. On this moment, I don't believe anything anymore about Mr. Satoshi bullshit. It's just, for me, and this is my personal view, Bitcoin is not something that brought to us by some anonymous guy. It is brought by us by Mr. Globalist, yeah. But he needed us. He needed us because if you look at the CBDC and you look at Bitcoin, they use the technology of BTC. So what did they do? They understand that CBDC has to come. But they need to test this thing. Every developer must test his product. So how are you going to test the CBDC on global scale without everyone nobody understands what they're actually testing? So they brought the blockchain. They brought it on the internet. They let it loose, and they brought it as freedom. The story in the beginning was real, but it was never supposed to be that for us. It was always this is what I believe. It was always to test the CBDC. So what we have is a big pilot program. Yeah, the Bitcoin was dropped, and they had the CBDC. They already had the plans for the CBDC, a worldwide one world currency. So Bitcoin needed to be tested all around the world, and they observing Bitcoin. But people think, hey, if they say, hey, listen, we have a new money, you can test it. Nobody would test it because everybody hates banksters. Nobody would test it. Nobody. But if you bring it as a freedom tool for people, that you can escape government, that you can escape the hate, then everybody wants to test it. All freedom fighters want to test it. Hey, this is my money. I need this money. And in the beginning, it was also like that. It was that. It was the money. But what happened? They already had planned this for ages. So Bitcoin everybody started accepting it. People start talking about it. In the beginning, why Bitcoin was big? Because people thought it was anonymous. That was in the beginning. That was why Bitcoin started to be big. It was people thought it was anonymous. Yeah. They thought it was anonymous. So time evolves, and then Blockstream came and AXA and these banksters. This was already their plan. They understand humanity very well. They know that they can take it back very easily with greed, and they have all the money in the world. So when they saw it was time to take back what was once them, they started with Blockstream, taking over the community of Bitcoin, stopped completely the on-chain development on Bitcoin. These programmers. I saw some guy they said, yeah, they made mistakes. They are not made. This is perfectly planned. There's no mistake in Bitcoin. It is exactly going as they planned how it have to go. This Bitcoin just is only existing because it's a pilot program for the CBDC. And now they have the CBDC. They saw what is wrong. Hey, this thing we must change. Okay, they did it in the CBDC. The start of CBDCs, when people start talking about it, was around 2020, 21 people, and when in 22, then the whole world was start talking about CBDC. But before 2020, nobody talked about it, because people could not see the connection between Bitcoin and CBDC. But now the technology of CBDC is a lot of there is blockchain technology came from Bitcoin. This is too perfect, bro. You cannot decide. It's not possible in 10 years time or 14 years time. They decided from, hey, it's a shit thing. We must destroy it. And now all governments in the world are starting CBDCs for one world currency. Come on, man. It's for me, it's just CBDC is just their pilot program for the CBDC we are having. But we have also Monero. It's not that they built Monero or other coins. They just drop the technology on the internet. They knew that the Monero would come. They all, I 100% sure that they knew that Monero would start developing. But people think, they hate it. they hate it. Maybe they hate it, but on a certain level, they also need it themselves, because when cash is gone, and this is their plan, they also need a digital cash. They also need digital cash because they have secret operations. Everybody knows about their false flags and stuff like that. Now, in this moment, they pay like people in the cartels, the CIA is there heavily involved. How do they do this? They set up a drug business for cash flow. But when cash is gone, they also need to do their dirty businesses, and they cannot do it with CBDC because they have the same problem as us. They cannot do it. They need a kind of Monero as well. So a Monero must exist, not only for us, also for them. It suits everyone. Not only it will suit everyone. That's my view. That's how I think about it.
What's your opinion on the significance of the darknet adoption, Monero's darknet adoption?
I think it's extremely important because people see the dark web right now as criminals go there. They don't understand that when I talked about this a lot. They don't understand when a government ban like milk, something like milk, or something like meat, or something like eggs. They don't understand that these things are forbidden, and if you want them, you're a criminal. So these things go to the black market. So we need a dark web. And on a dark web, you cannot pay everything. You cannot pay on a dark net. Check at the dark web. You cannot pay with a CBDC or with your bank account. You cannot pay there. You need a Monero. So because governments will ban it, it doesn't mean people don't need it. These are two different things. You always see people, they're going to ban it. But can you not understand that even they can ban whatever they want? It doesn't mean that people don't need it anymore. So all these things, what is under law that's forbidden, always go to the black market. Everything is there. Everything is there. It's in the law. It's forbidden. Yeah, it's true. But it's all, you can find everything what you want on the black market. So the significance of the darknet is very big because if you can see the CBDCs and the social credit system, what they will implement later, they will forbid everything, bro. Trust me, they will forbid salt, pepper, this stuff like this. They will forbid it everything. In 2035, you're an idiot when you eat sugar, when you eat salt, when you drink, probably when you drink a coffee. These things will all flow to the dark net. And I think governments will also need a darknet, to do their dirty laundry, to buy their guns, to buy their stuff. They will also need it, And so it's not only they ban it, but they ban things to control us, And they understand as well, pretty well, that things are going to the black market. They don't care. They just want a society that they can control 100%, And a darknet will. If you look at World War II, there was also a darknet. There was also a dark market. It was not on the internet, but there was a dark market. It was a market where you can buy everything offline. They had a lot of stuff like cheese and stuff like that were extremely expensive, and you could only get it on the black market. And it will be the same. It will be the same on the end.
I look at Bitcoin, and some of the biggest threats, in my opinion, are the lack of fungibility, and two, the economics, I suppose, the centralized economic model of Bitcoin in terms of like ASIC mining. But what to you, both internally and externally, are the biggest threats to Monero, do you think?
Well, look, I observed very well what happened to Bitcoin, and we have to be careful for people that come with a lot of money, trying to be the good guy, but too much, coming with too much money, thinking, what are you trying to do here? We have to take very, very care. Also about mining, what happened to Bitcoin with ASIC miners and stuff like that. This must never happen to Monero. It must stay like how it is right now. That everybody can mine with their own computer, stuff like that. This keeps the network decentralized. And if you do it like with Bitcoin, I saw yesterday. I don't know if you saw the biggest Bitcoin mining farm in the USA. Did you see it on Twitter? It is
No.
extremely, it went viral. It's extremely big mining farm, and people screaming, "Yeah!" The Bitcoin miners screaming, "Yeah!" You see, this is. I thought to myself, are you serious, bro? this is what you want with your money. That one fabric has almost the complete hash rate of your network. This is what you want. So these are the things. These are the things that are very dangerous for us. Also, people that taking over communities, because this is what they did with Bitcoin. They took over Reddit. They took over a couple communities or Bitcoin communities, and to start censoring everyone that has a different opinion. With block size and everything like that. They start censoring the people that like Roger Ver and stuff like that, who want to change the Bitcoin block size. If you see this in Monero, that's a big red alarm. That if you see developers that are on a point that they are that it looks like they're ignorant, that they don't want change because of, and they keep this, but while everyone else is saying, hey, listen, this is good for us. Then you need to, that are red flags. There's a lot. It's difficult to understand, because what will they do through their communities? They will try the minds of the Monero, but the people in Monero. That's how they did it in Bitcoin. They try to change the opinion of the Bitcoin maxis. And you can do this if you control the community. If you control communities of Monero, that's very dangerous. If there are people that are have bad intentions, if they control the community themselves, they can start giving their opinions and things to the Monero people. They will do it slowly, because you cannot do it one day or the other day. You have to do it slowly, step by step, and we will move towards something that is on the end that is shit like happened to Bitcoin. It's difficult. I 100% sure that there are people in Monero that have bad intentions, because it's not possible that banks just leave this shit alone. They won't leave it alone. They will try to get some power in it, even if it's not possible, because on the end, Monero will also suit them. But they will try to get some power in the Monero community, and maybe they already have. I don't know, but on this moment, Monero is perfect. It's really good money. And but I will do it like I'm not a Monero maxi. I'm not like I will change till I'm myself turned into shit, because I didn't stick to Bitcoin, to now stay with Monero. If the same thing happened, if the same thing happened to Monero, what happened to Bitcoin, I'm out. I'm not a maxi. But on this moment, I just choose the best cryptocurrency there is for me. And if that was Bitcoin, I would stay there. Why I wouldn't stay there? But it turned into shit. So that's why I'm now with Monero. If it happened to Monero, of course I'm out. What I do, I just want the best digital cash there is. And on this moment, that's Monero. We have big challenges. We have what you say. We can. The same things can happen to us. We have to watch for it. And people have to speak out. That's very important. People must speak out. Don't keep their mouth closed. Don't, because I have followers, I must keep my mind closed or something. No, say what you think. If there is something like there was a guy a couple of days, I don't know what his name was, Monero. He had very good. He had a couple of very good tweets, and then suddenly he said, "I quit because I don't like the I don't remember his name. Monero thing or something. It was something." And then he quit. He said, "Listen, he had to argue with a guy in Monero, and said, yeah, listen, you're a pussy." He screamed at them, and then he went. But I thought to myself, listen, bro, this is what we need. We need people that speak out, even in the Monero community. It's very important. Don't be scared, because then the people are going to hate you because what you say. This is freedom. Say what you want, and this, we have to preserve this. That people must speak out. That's very important.
I've got a few more things that I want to cover, but we've pretty much run out of time. And man, I really appreciate you coming on.
No problem.
The reason I got you on is because of your passion, man, and it's good to see that hasn't died, and we do need more people like you. No. So thanks very much for coming on, man.
No problem. Let's speak you on Twitter, bro.
Peace, man.
Peace. Ciao.